After a campaign like no other, there are just 4 matches to negotiate to make a trip to Poland in May a reality for the 2 English clubs left standing. Highlights from all tonight's quarter-final first legs are on the way. Owen Hargreaves and Chris Sutton are our keen observers of form and fortune. We'll begin with Arsenal against Slavia Prague. The Czech League leaders have proved to be formidable opponents so far, ending the hopes of Leicester and Rangers in successive rounds. Your commentators are Steve McManaman and Peter Drury. A big away goal for the Czech side. The Gunners now winless in 4. They were a bit slow to come out at the Emirates, so we'll bring you some reaction from there very shortly. But Chris Sutton, Owen Hargreaves with me. And Chris, they needed a reaction tonight after the Liverpool defeat, didn't they, to silence some of the noise, a result in a performance. But does that just crank up the pressure a bit? Oh,
Mikel Arteta is a manager under severe pressure. He needs a result next week in Prague. They did enough to win the game. They had the bigger chances. I thought in the first half they certainly suffered from a hangover from the defeat against Liverpool. Better in the second half. Substitutions, when they came on, they had greater urgency, got the noses in front. But were we surprised to see Slavia Prague get the equaliser? I don't think they deserved it, but that sums up Arsenal's season, doesn't it?
They had so many chances on the night, Owen. We'll look at a lot of their missed opportunities in a bit, but finally made the breakthrough in the 85th minute. And it was the subs, Aubameyang and Pepe, really made a difference.
Yeah, Aubameyang, Martinelli, Pepe. Look, they've got so many good attacking players, Arsenal, and whether they can play on the counter like this, Aubameyang playing in, Pepe there, and look, that's what they paid the money for these guys to make the difference. Pepe, that's a lovely finish, and you just think with all these guys that they have on the pitch, with Saka especially and Smith Rowe playing so well, with Lacazette and Aubameyang, Martinelli, they should be able to create more, score more. And the thing is, the experienced ones need to be the clinical ones and taking the chances. And Pepe did it great there, but they should have had more goals, as Chris said, in this game.
Wasn't it?
Brilliant finish. It was a big call to leave Aubameyang out. But
the right one, do you think?
I think so. I think this season, he's been very, very average in an Arsenal jersey. So rightfully left out. Saka played. He was the bright spark in the first half. But when Aubameyang came on, he played as if he had a point to prove. Lovely pass for the Pepe goal. And
just when you think, Chris, they've got one foot in the semi-finals, they go and concede in the last minute of stoppage time. Mikel Arteta's reaction said it all, didn't it?
Absolutely. You've got to see it through at this point. And, they just... I think Gabriel gets caught under the ball and Cedric gets the wrong side. His man gets a run on him, Hollesh. And it's an easy header. And now Arsenal have one hell of a job to do. 0-0 wouldn't have been a bad result for Arsenal. That may sound slightly ridiculous, but 1-1. And Slavia Prague's record at home is pretty good. They're unbeaten all season. The pitch isn't great. It's not going to suit Arsenal. So a big job to do. And 14 games without a clean sheet now for the Gunners, and how concerning is that?
Well, I think there's concerns everywhere. You look, whether it's in attack, in the midfield balance, in defence. I think any time an Arsenal Football Club is 10th in the Premier League, there's a lot of problems to go around. And obviously, I think they're trying to change a lot of things. And I think the bright spot is the fact that the young guns in Saka and Smith Rowe, but that is a huge rebuilding job, and it's going to take time. And if you just feel for the fans of where Arsenal Football Club has been, the peaks that they've been, to be there and struggling as they are, it's not going to turn around anytime soon, I don't feel.
The question is Arteta the right man to take the club on? If they go out next week, then huge question marks over his future.
OK, well, we'll hear from the man himself. And now we'll hear from Mikel Arteta with Reshman Chowdhury.
I imagine it's difficult to take what happened in those final few moments. Does it go back to something we've talked about in previous rounds, game management?
Well, it is, because the game is under control. We got the goal that we wanted. We missed some big chances as well, I must say. But then we played 2 or 3 balls in certain areas that we should not do. We put ourselves in the back foot and we concede the corner. And from there, they put a lot of bodies in there and anything can happen. So obviously it changes a lot the feeling after the game.
Didn't think, apart from the last 5 minutes, that the game was not under our control. If you look at the first half or the first part of the second one, they didn't create anything, or at least nothing that to me that they deserve to be on top of us. In the other side, we were controlling the game. We had chances that we could have gone 1-0, 2-0. But this is Europe. This is football. At the end of the day, it's played in is the team that scores more goals, and we didn't do that today. And then obviously, as I say, we need to do something about the way we manage those last 5 minutes in the games, because as I say, it's us losing it. And but yeah, we just need to keep working, man. At the end of the day, it's just half time, and we'll review what we've done right, what we've done wrong, and I'm excited to go there and beat them.
What needs to change between now and next week then?
Now we need to win the game. The mindset is going to go there to win the game for sure. We need to score, and we know that we've done it in the past, and I'm sure that we are able to do it again.
Yeah, Arteta saying they're on the back foot now. Oh, and as Chris said, Slavia in great form as well. 22 games unbeaten. They're going to have to do it the hard way.
Well, they've got the players to do it. And I think that's the thing. You just want to see your Arsenal kind of let all these players, let the shackles go. They've got the players there. The personnel is there for them to go and score 2 or 3 goals without question. I think the worry is that, are they going to be able to do it? Have they got the balance to really get those attacking players the service that they need? It doesn't really seem that way. Odegaard, I think, has come in and made a big difference. Smith Rowe looks really lively as well. But, the front players, as good as they need some service. I'd love to see Martinelli start, I think the games he's come off the bench, I think he's looked sharp. And I just love his direct running. I think he could be perfect in a game like that.
Yeah, at least he got some minutes tonight, about 20 minutes at the end of that game, Chris. They had so many chances in the game tonight, didn't they? Saka had a couple, Lacazette probably with the best of them.
Yeah, I like Lacazette. I think he's a good finisher, but you wouldn't have believed it with the opportunities he wasted tonight. The first one's not a great chance. This is the one. Actually, I think he knows exactly what he wants to do there, but he just gets too much on it. Doesn't need to lift it so high, just get it over the goalkeeper, creates the angle nicely, and then you're thinking, are Arsenal actually going to get the goal, or is it going to be one of those nights? But Saka was the main threat in the first half, but it just wasn't Lacazette's night. Aubameyang came on and offered more of a threat up top, and this was the big chance of the first half. Needs to find that far corner. That's a big opportunity. This wasn't an easy opportunity for Holding. All he can do there is try and loop that into the far corner. I think the goalkeeper gets a little bit fortunate with that one, the Willian free kick.
Just felt like an exercise in how not to score at times.
Absolutely, and Thomas Partey, that's not that close. I thought he was poor, really disappointed with his performance, and then Aubameyang, that opportunity after it just come on, where it opens his body up and feeds it wide of the far post. And Martinelli, who was lively when he came on, came close. And I agree with Owen. I think that it's about time Martinelli.
The season threatens to unravel for them, though, doesn't it? A lot of pressure going into that second leg, given where they are in the league.
Well, exactly. 10th in the league isn't good enough. They're not going to get a Champions League spot, with their league form, 10 points off West Ham in 4th. They need to win next week. Do you trust them? Not so sure I do.